Hello, everyone. This is Adam Meister, the Bitcoin Meister, the Disrupt Meister. Welcome to the One Bitcoin Show. Today is June 19th, 2018. Strong hand, deferral of gratification, unconfiscatable. Bitcoin is where the big boys play. Hey, I'd like to thank James Del Garcio, who just sent $1.99 in the super chat. And you know what he said in the super chat? Stay positive. And if that's the one thing you take away from these shows, then that is awesome. James, yes, stay positive. Thank you so much. The super chat has reminded me of just how loyal and great the user base is, who appreciate this original type of news. They don't care about fancy graphics. They don't care about flavor of the month coins and ICOs. They are the loyal 20%ers that care about Bitcoin. So if you want to protect your Bitcoin, get a Trezor Ledger Nano. Links below. T-shirts, links below. Everything I talk about in this show is linked to below, and the archives, disruptmeister.com, of course, is linked to below. I want to say that on Thursday night at 9 p.m., I'll be in Puerto Rico, of course. I'm going to be on the You, Me, and BTC show with Zach Bowl, and Zach has been on my show before, so that should be good. It's linked to below. I'll try to remind you tomorrow. I'm leaving for San Juan at noon tomorrow, Eastern Time. Tomorrow's Wednesday, today's Tuesday. All right, so let's get into this awesome inspirational tweet by Tuur Demeester that just got me going wild here. All right, if the Bitcoin price rises to over $1 million, that would give 100,000 Bitcoiners ultra high net worth individual status, which means a net worth of over $50 million. With worldwide ultra high net worth individuals projected at only 200,000 by 2022, this means the Bitcoin 1% could by then make up 30 to 50% of the world's financial elite. And then he says hashtag disruption. Okay, again, I'm not saying that Bitcoin is going to be worth $1 million in the year 2022. But if Bitcoin is ever worth $1 million, you're talking about Bitcoiners making up 30% to 50% of the world's financial elites, if that number is ever attained. Now, I'm not saying that number is ever going to be attained. Using the same data and assumptions, $1 million Bitcoin, the number of Bitcoin billionaires could grow to over 1,000. For reference, Forbes currently counts 1,500 billionaires in the world. So again, if Bitcoin gets to $1 million, and that's, again, don't hold your breath on that, people, but there would be 1,000 Bitcoin billionaires at that point. And currently there are only 1,500 billionaires of any sort in the entire world. I mean, we're talking about the whole world will be different. And so that should give you some thought, should make you pause about why you need to have a strong hand in all this, what the potential is in all of this, how freaking wealthy you could become because of all of this. If you're just patient, if you're not impulsive and don't say, oh, well, that flavor of the month altcoin looks good. Dude, flavor of the month altcoin isn't going to make you part of the elite of the world, okay? Pound that freaking like button if you want to check out that Tuur Demeester tweet that is linked to below. You can study it yourself. You can retweet it. I obviously retweeted it. Now, with that potential elite level in mind, whether it be in 2022, 2024, 2026, 2030, with all that in mind, let's go to a Matt Odell. This is not a scientific poll. And he's, again, I link to it below. You can check out his other polls also that are similar to this. Percent of your crypto portfolio, and I don't like that word at all, in Bitcoin. 24% said less than 20%. Ouch. That's a quarter of the people who are into cryptocurrency that are listening or watching Matt Odell. A quarter of the people say less than 20% of their cryptocurrency is in Bitcoin. Okay, 18% say 20% to 60%. And then 44% say more than 60%. Okay, you 44%ers, you're on the right track there with having more than 60% of your crypto portfolio in Bitcoin. Check out the Tuur Demeester tweet above why you might want to have a lot of your so-called portfolio in Bitcoin, of your crypto portfolio. I don't believe in the buzzword crypto portfolio. Most of the people that are spouting that out want you to get into some whack altcoin that they're into to pump it up. Dudes, you don't need to be in every 5th tier, 6th tier, 3rd tier altcoin on this planet, okay? Be into Bitcoin. If you want to diversify a little bit, which is probably going to make you regret that you didn't have it in Bitcoin, then get yourself some top tierage, Litecoin, Ethereum, whatever, Monero, the top tier ones. You should know what they freaking are. I've gone over them a few times. But seriously, guys, this is, oh God, I've seen the flavor of the months come and go. They are not long-term assets. Most of these altcoins, okay? If you say, oh, I'm a great trader, I'm just trying to get Bitcoin, great. 90% of traders lose. You'll have to pay your taxes. You'll have to do all that other stuff. Again, just don't be impulsive. Try to think long-term, think potential. Read that Tuur Demeester thing 100 times if you need to, for God's sakes, to see the importance of Bitcoin, to see why it rises above all of the rest by far. And then travel around the world a little bit and see that most people know Bitcoin. They don't know these other things, okay? The smart developers of the world, they're flocking to Bitcoin. They're not playing around with these other things. Okay, so yeah, I realize that though 80% of the people want to hear about these buzzword portfolios. And then there's, 20%. I mean, it always goes to 80-20, dudes. It always balances out to that for some reason. 20% of you guys who are very loyal to this channel, by the way, and I thank you at the beginning. I'll thank you in the middle right now. 20% of the people have strong hands. They don't need to be they don't need fancy graphics, fancy sayings, to be reassured why their 3rd tier coin is the best one, really, why it's going to be the next Bitcoin. No, you're not going to be the next Bitcoin. Bitcoin is the next Bitcoin. 1 Bitcoin equals 1 Bitcoin. I don't know what your freaking Ripple is worth, okay, dude? I don't know, man. Yeah. I know it's centralized. Oof. All right. On that note of buzzwords, here, the stalwart says, tokenization, not Bitcoin, is the new blockchain, not Bitcoin. Pound that freaking like button, dude. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Tokenization, not Bitcoin. That's going to be the next thing everyone's going to be oh, it's all about tokenization. It's not about Bitcoin. All right. So again, take a moment and pause, people. And definitely, just right now, pound that like button, like right now. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed yet. Tweet it out. I'm TechBalt on TechBalt on Twitter, and Steven, I'm BitcoinMeister. So we're talking about the people that spout off this nonsense about tokenization is not Bitcoin, yet we're in a bear market. And so a lot of people say, well, in the bear market, all the bad actors, they go away, they disappear. And maybe there are less of them. I mean, there are not as many scams. I mean, BitConnect disappeared. But I want to review what Brian Armstrong had to say, and I'm going to disagree with it. After many years of this, I've come to enjoy the down cycles in crypto prices more. It gets rid of the people who are in it for the wrong reasons, and it gives us an opportunity to keep making progress while everyone else gets distracted. Okay, I'll say this. During the down markets, yeah, there's a lot of people that are distracted by other things in the rest of the world, and they're not buying and maybe you'll get to focus on your project more. People won't be fudding. I don't know. But to say that it's ridding us of all the bad actors. Now, in the 2015 down market, a bear market, I got to say, when I was in the Chicago conference, I was in Chicago. Tone Vays was there that day too. It was what? It's July the 7th. I have a video talking about it. It's where I met Tone in person. There were scammers there, even in, and you could see the price was down very badly for Bitcoin. The attendance was down. You know, that what I find in bear markets is that just there are less people around and there's a down attitude, and there's still bad actors around. There's still people talking about tokenization is not Bitcoin, and more so now than before. More so now than before. I'm glad. I mean, I don't want people to get as down as they got during that 2015 bear market. So I haven't seen things sunk to that level yet. But I mean, I do see the insane FUD just like then. But again, there are people that say they like the down cycles, and I don't know. I'm a fan of. I'm a positive person. I'm not going to say I'm a fan of bear markets because I'm not going to pretend that they're jolly good times for all. If you're not impulsive, you're going to do fine. And you're going to understand that 1 Bitcoin equals 1 Bitcoin, no matter what the price is in fiat. But again, I'm a positive person. I don't want to see people around me feeling down. I want them to be, so I'm trying to make people feel up. But during a bear market, there's just going to be some people that are going to be down and out, going to be spouting off nonsense. So I'm never going to say I'm a fan of a bear market. No, I'm not a fan. I don't care if it's cheaper in terms of fiat. Okay, I already got, I got my Bitcoin, dudes. I'm still going to get Bitcoin no matter what the fiat. 1 Bitcoin is equal to 1 Bitcoin, and I got more than 1 Bitcoin. All right. So what else do we have? Okay, so let's move off of Bitcoin for a second. And again, I love to just talk about Bitcoin all day long. Obviously, I got to talk about these top tier ones soon when big personalities in our spaces like Andreas Antonopoulos talk about Ethereum. I'm going to say this. Someone asked him in the video that I linked to below. It's a very good video. You should watch the entire thing. It's only like 7 minutes. Andreas, he doesn't think Ethereum is a security. He gives some reasons. He thinks it's a utility platform, and it's the most credible utility token Ether is. He does remind us all that 99% of ICOs are going to be failures, either because they're malicious or just because they're set up the wrong way. He does not invest in ICOs. I mean, it's great stuff. And again, 99% of ICOs are failures, yet we've got so many people into them. Still, even in the bear market, when Brian Armstrong says we're flushing out all the bad actors. Don't be impulsive. Personal responsibility, people. Learn about these things. Don't get tricked into them. And if they fail, it was your fault for buying them in the first place and ignoring, smart people like Andreas. Personal responsibility is the new counterculture. I also want to say something about Andreas's video. It teaches us a lesson about staying positive and not calling everything a scam, not being a reactionary, like scam all the time. He just conveys, he has a great presence. He conveys a great attitude. You feel great after watching his videos. Even if you don't like Ethereum, you're still going to watch the video. You're going to be very positive about the space. You're going to be very positive about Bitcoin. And just there is something to be said about being positive and not calling everything a scam and taking the approach that Andreas takes. Now, again, sometimes I think he's too politically correct. Obviously, he is too politically correct sometimes. But again, no one is perfect here. I'm definitely not perfect. I'm trying to be happy, positive all the time. But sometimes I'll be like, oh, that thing's a total joke or whatever. There's almost so much you can take. But Andreas should be appreciated. He's great. Finally, speaking of videos, I linked to, before I talk about that, I'm going to be in Philadelphia, CryptoCoinCon.com. Check it out, August 18th with Ken Bozak. Obviously, July 9th and 10th, BitcoinRodeo.com in Calgary with Bitcoin Benny, Vortex, Francis, what's his face from, Ricardo Novak. And again, I wanted to remind, and then I'll be in Alberta the rest of the month, Edmonton, Red Deer. Just check out the links below, people. And I look forward to meeting everybody. I'm going to be in Puerto Rico tomorrow until the 28th of June. So I'm going to meet at least one dude there. I know some other guys too. Yeah, we got some things going on. All right. Finally, June 7th, 2016, I made a video called Value Your Wealth in Bitcoin, Never Cash Out. That sure sounds like me, right? Even if it was 2 years ago. It's a good video. I talk about the 2016 halving, which was coming up. How, we should get the price to $700. It would be great. And I talk about the 2020 halving even back then. Check it out. It's a great flashback video. The best holds were bought in bear markets, people. So, hey, there's something for you bear market people. All right. I'll see you guys later. Pound that like button. I'm Adam Meister, BitcoinMeister, Disrupt Meister. Remember to subscribe to this channel, like this video, share this video. Check out the notes section below. I will say hi to you dudes in the chat. Thanks again for the super chat, dude. See ya.